Congrats, Andy.
Thanks.
That's 5 straight Washington wins in the 1,500 mile. I mean, can you wrap your head around it? How does that feel?
No, that's a hard one to get your head wrapped around, but yeah, super excited for Joe.
Yeah. How did the race play out? Did that play out how you expected it? What were you thinking going in?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like anyone was going to take it, at least those first couple of laps, and then I think everyone wants to try to get control of the race at a certain time, or at least I thought there'd be 3 or 4 people that would try to want to get in control of the race by 600 meters. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll have to go back and watch, but I think a lot of people were just putting in some good moves to try to get to the front or take control of the race. So, and then that last lap, it was just it was like a boxing match. It felt like just people were just going as hard as they could, trying to get to the front.
So did you tell him to sort of, or all your guys, Luke and Nathan, did you tell them sort of to respond when the race kind of made those moves? And
yeah, I mean, I thought, just because I thought positioning was going to be so important, it seems like those that have been in good position have won, and so I just wanted my guys a lot further up with a lap to go and just give themselves a chance, give all 3 of them a chance to try to win. And I think they all were towards the front, I think, with a lap to go, and yeah, 3 different outcomes, but yeah, super happy, like I said, for Joe.
How much did it remind you of that 2022 race? Because it seemed like that was the same exact way it finished when he just went around the bend in the home straightaway right here at Hayward.
Yeah, it was probably some similarities, just a much different field. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think probably Joe and Luke are the only returners from that race, but yeah, certainly. I mean, you got to run a good last lap to win, and it was Joe today.
If you look at his results this season on paper, he wouldn't have come in as the favorite, but he said after the prelims he'd been running the best workouts of his life, he felt like. What had you seen in practice from him coming into this?
Yeah, practice has certainly been good. We haven't had a lot of great results. Pac-12, I started to see everyone click a little bit. We weren't getting wins, but they were executing well and getting the points that we needed at Pac-12s. But yeah, there was. You could hear some chatter at practice. There was, a bunch of kids on the team that were kind of like, Joe's going to take this one. Even, I think people just started talking okay, Joe, it's Joe's turn. And I don't know if it's because it was just his turn because he hasn't won in a while, or if he's just been looking good in practice. But yeah, I think everyone was super happy.
Give us the details. What did he see in practice that made people think it's going to be Joe's time?
They all run together and they finish different, with different things at the end. But yeah, I think he just was feeling good and finishing strong in all the workouts. And yeah, I think he was confident, and I don't know. Sometimes you start carrying yourself a little bit differently when you're feeling good, and yeah, he was carrying himself very confidently, and I think. Yeah, he definitely thought he had a good chance of winning today.
But their final reps, they will run separately in practice?
Yeah, towards the end of the season, I want them all to think that they can win. And I think for me, it's they end up doing a lot of similar things. I kept them together for 3 years. I don't know if I've ever had 3 guys make 3 finals. And they really do like each other. They're good friends. The last few weeks, it was okay, they were all starting to feel really good. And it's Olympic year, and you got Olympic trials and all that stuff, and so I guess that's where it's nice to have a team. I just started I would take a freshman like Thomas Diamond. I'd be like, hey, you just lead these 3 guys. Whatever Thomas wants to lead for the rep, let's just let Thomas lead, or let's let Sam Affolter lead. And so I would just have other guys kind of lead the reps, and then just so they could all feel confident, just if it's 4-3-2 at the end or 6-200s or whatever it is at the end of practice, just kind of let them all do it, on their own. So then, they're finishing practice and they're feeling good about what they accomplished individually. And hey, I had a little bit more in the tank, or whatever it is. Let them all think that they have a good chance to win.
This has been a really impressive string of results over the last couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
but it kind of takes your evaluation of these guys, bringing them in the first place. I mean, what do you see in guys like Joe, Nathan, Luke, in this distance group? How do you bring guys in? What do you want to see out of recruits, and then how do they build toward that vision that you've ultimately created there?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is they have to be about the team, and that's kind of, as the older I get, the more I'm finding they have to really be into the team concept and the team culture and about trying to help each other out and make people around you better. Like I think when you have people that are all kind of collaborating like that, that's when you start getting really good results. So now not all athletes come from good teams, so you just have to make sure they understand that and that they can buy into that. And so that's something I carefully kind of look at. And then obviously you have to have talent and you want to see some good times, but yeah, just really fortunate that both Joe and Luke were in our backyard. Like they're literally like 10 miles from campus, and they used to race each other in high school. The only reason I saw Luke is because I was recruiting Joe, and I go to a race and I see Joe, and then you see Luke like take him to the line, and that guy's really good. And so yeah, and then just all three of those guys coming together. I think we have some good ones coming in, and some good guys are currently on the team too. That hopefully we can. The streak's going to end at some point. It's definitely taking a toll on me, but it'll end at some point. But we'll still, whenever it ends, it'll end. But we'll still, I think, always have a good stable of middle distance and distance runners here.
Of these 5 titles, was this the most nerve-wracking one going in?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the worst thing was, like I drew the heats right after the regional meet, and I just kind of saw all of our guys were in the same heat, and I knew the odds of all 3 of them making the final it was going to be hard. So that took a toll on me. I didn't sleep for a week just trying to figure out how all 3 of them could, potentially try and make the final. So that was tough. Once they all made the final, things got a little bit easier. But yeah, it's always hard. But maybe not the first one as much because it's a surprise. But yeah, super happy.
And it was last time those 3